I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Melinda Cook.
Here.
Joy Sellers.
Here.
Kathy Altensey.
Here.
Kevin McElwain.
Here.
Patrick Sellers.
Here. We are here and have a quorum. Alrighty, the first order of business is the approval of minutes for the November 1st, 2021 meeting. I need a motion and a second, please.
So moved.
Second.
Please take a look at the minutes if you haven't done so already.
Let's see. I'm trying to get organized. There we go. What is my ball?
Oh, just a quick question. Were these emailed out earlier?
Yes. I mailed them out last Wednesday.
Yep.
I got the minutes,
But
not
I
the
didn't
other
get the
thing.
agenda.
You didn't get the agenda?
I didn't get the
I
agenda.
didn't either.
You didn't get the minutes either? I
No.
mailed them out last
Yeah.
Wednesday.
Okay.
You mailed them?
No, I sent them
Email.
out on the email.
Okay.
Like the
I
next
didn't-
day.
Yeah.
And I
Must-
didn't look at them until
didn't get 'em.
yesterday.
Yeah, so,
And I didn't
Okay,
get
let
the
me figure out what's
agenda.
going on with that.
yeah, something
Yeah, I didn't get them
Okay.
either.
Yeah.
And I didn't get the bills payable, and I told Liz.
Because I remember I had to come up because I had to get the agenda done so that she could post it Wednesday because Thursday was a holiday.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, something in the cyber universe isn't acting right.
Well, you'll probably get them tomorrow.
At Cyber World.
Fix it, Calvin.
If you don't get it, by like next time, if you don't get it by Wednesday or Thursday, email me or something
Okay.
so that I know that I can get it
All right.
redone.
Gotcha.
And if I don't always see my email here every day, if you can get my one
Yeah, I
for the
do the
Frontier
Medic.
account
Okay,
and send it to me, then I know I need to come
Okay.
up here and take
All
care
right.
of it. Thank you.
cool.
Are there any questions on the minutes?
I don't have any.
Nope, I don't have any.
Alrighty, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. The next order of business is the approval of bills payable. And motion and a second, please.
Some more.
Second.
Alrighty. Take a look at bills payable. I will answer any questions that the board may have.
Now the Rotary, we got two. What's membership meals? What's
They have lunch there too. So-
okay? Oh, so you have to pay for your dues and you have to pay for your meals. Okay, all right, Rotary, all right. What's Amazon web services?
That's for, our system is backed up off-site to the Amazon web.
Oh, okay.
It's like the cloud,
Oh, okay.
so that we have something that our files are backed up
Okay.
to off-site.
In case the site would crash.
Yeah, so we back them up on-site too. We have a backup
Yeah.
that we do on-site, but then we have another backup as a safety.
So are there any more questions on claims and demands, trustee?
No, that's it for me.
Okay. Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Cook,
Yes.
Sellers, McElwain,
Aye.
Altensey,
Aye.
Sellers.
Aye. Motion carries. The next order is the approval of resolution 2021-TR-05, the annual schedule of regular meetings for 2022. Did you guys get the resolution? You guys got it already?
We got it from Mike.
No, thank you.
No, not for the schedule.
Not for the.
In our stacks.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, it's here.
Understand?
Yes,
Yes, we have it
It's
here,
right
not like
here.
in an email. I
Got
thought
it,
you meant
got
an
it,
email.
got it, got it.
Oh, I
okay.
don't have it.
You don't
Is
have
this it? Is this it?
Yeah, that's
No,
part of it.
okay,
Yeah, that's part
okay,
of it.
okay.
Yeah.
Well, then
No,
we
but
got it.
Mike,
You
what
late.
did you send
Oh.
that you said you rewrote? You made some modifications to it.
So you wanna
TRO
change
one,
something?
TRO two.
I had rewritten the resolution for Liz.
Liz's,
saying
Her
that
name
it's
change.
which-
Her name.
yeah,
The name
her
change.
Yeah, but I got this last time.
Okay, give me a second.
That's okay.
I'm sorry, I just don't remember.
No worries.
So you guys take a look at our meetings for next year.
What do you mean our meetings? Oh, our
Easy.
meetings. Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
We do this because if it's listed on that annual list, it's a regular meeting.
Yes.
A regular meeting, you can talk about whatever you want.
Right,
Okay.
If
That's
it's not,
right.
it's not on the list, it's a special meeting.
right.
And
We
you can
haven't
only
had one.
talk about what's on the agenda.
Yeah, we haven't had one of those in a long time.
Executive.
We don't have anything special.
I feel like we
That's
had
a
a
good
special
thing.
meeting
You are, Mike.
Yeah,
in quarantine times, maybe.
Huh?
Didn't we have a special? There was
I
like
think we
maybe
did.
I
one
think we did
special
have one.
meeting.
yeah.
Had one special meeting, I think we did, when we had everything was shut down. Didn't we have what special meeting? I think we
Like
did.
there was a special meeting.
I don't think they invited me.
Well, that's because you make zucchini bread with squash.
That's because it was about you.
Yeah.
Trustee Alton, to answer your
Touche.
question, on October 15th, I sent an email to town officials that said, attached to this email, please find a PDF formatted document containing a copy of proposed resolution TR 2021-04, which approves the change in last name for Liz on town documents. That's the only thing I filed since then.
Okay. All right.
You know Mike know.
And all those emails that we get are not in any specific order, like date order. So you have to search. Seriously.
It's
when
your
I
computer
open it
system.
up.
You tell it how to sort.
Yeah, mine's not doing that.
Mine
Mine's
does.
putting it in normal order.
Yeah, you
Puts
gotta
it in
tell
date
how to-
order, mine
it
Yeah,
doesn't
mine
sort.
has come in the date,
Date.
and I just.
I already
Change
did
how it
sort.
sorts.
Yeah.
I think you have to change how it
Yeah,
sorts.
sort by date.
Mm.
Yeah, and it still didn't do it. Never mind. I find it
Okay,
eventually.
motion
happy
to
with it.
approve. Do we have a
Yes.
first and a second?
Yes, we did.
I didn't hear it. Who made the
Um,
motion?
I
Wait a
don't
minute.
think we did, Pat.
I didn't think
For the
so.
resolution, I didn't hear it either.
No, we didn't.
So moved.
We just
Uh-uh.
been talking.
Bill,
I
have
need
you
a-
voted on bills payable?
Yeah.
Yes,
Mhm.
yep.
You have roll call? Okay.
Okay. So I need a motion and a second, right, so the approval of resolution 2021 TR-05, annual schedule of regular, meetings for 2022. I need a motion and a second, please.
So moved.
Oh.
Second,
All right. Motion by.
third.
Four.
Are there any questions about our meeting
No.
schedule?
Do we need a roll call vote, or can that be?
No,
That could be a
this
vote,
can be a
too.
voice vote.
Okay.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? All righty, motion carries. All righty, the next order of business discussion of ordinance 2021-TO-02 tax levy for fiscal year 2022/2023. We've had our motion and second already on the floor. We're just open for discussion now, right, Mike?
It's just open for discussion. Yes, sir.
Okay.
No voting.
All right. So, you guys have any questions so far? Keep in mind, we are going to vote on this at our next meeting.
Okay.
Yeah, just some questions. For me, it's probably just a lot of clarification.
Okay.
So I just want to confirm that sections 3
Bless
to
you.
8, basically it just breaks out what's in sections 1 to 2, like the detail. Like sections 1 and 2 kind of say what the total
I don't
amount
have my
is.
copy. Do you have your copy?
I have to go get it.
You wanna look?
Let me see. Now, what was your question you were asking me now?
It just is, I'm making an assumption that sections 3 to 8 break down
Uh-huh.
the total amount that's
Yes.
discussed in sections 1 and 2.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And what's the general, like what's the, I think I know the difference, but just to confirm, what's comes out of the general corporate funds versus the general assistance?
General assistance fund is a fund that we levy for to provide general assistance for our clients.
Right.
It can only be used for that and nothing else.
Gotcha.
Am I correct?
That's absolutely correct. It's
Um,
a real estate tax fund.
Right. Now our general corporate town fund can be used for
Almost anything.
almost anything.
Gotcha.
Okay, so it's more specific for general assistance. We can only use that money for general assistance, and that's it.
Gotcha.
Okay, but like Tony said, for our general corporate fund, town fund, we can use it for
All right.
General matters.
general matters.
But in the general assistance fund, that is where like employees that are working purely
Yes.
on general assistance
Yes.
would still be paid out of that fund,
Yes.
right? Whereas
Mhm.
this is like, so on the bills payable, basically that would be like whenever we see the general assistance section, that's that, and then everything else would
Right.
be
Gotcha.
the
So-
corporate fund.
And like Trustee Cook said, if let's say we have our general assistance caseworker, that person is paid out of the general assistance fund because that person deals with general assistance.
Gotcha. All right.
So
That's what I thought. Just wanted to confirm. Cool. And it looks like what we're asking for this year is pretty close to last year. Like maybe went up like $1,000 or something. All right. And my last question, and this is just in theory. I don't have anything in my mind that I want to put on the table or something I'm thinking of, but just in theory,
okay.
if there was a program or something that we identified that the community needed,
Mhm.
would it be feasible at that point? Would you like put that extra amount in the levy for approval when it comes up for that year? Like how, like.
The levy is set.
Yeah.
Set.
Oh no! But I mean, like, let's say next year this time, when it's time to approve it, if between now and that time we identify something that the community needs, and the only way to fund it would be through an increase in the levy. So would that then be like, for let's say something that would be directly for the community, so it would be in general assistance. So at that point, would the levy proposal like include that increase if something were to come up?
Wouldn't that be a grant?
And we may have an issue with that because,
Right.
the fact that, first of all, you gotta pass the appropriation ordinance, budget appropriation ordinance, what we do. And then later in the year, now, we do the levy, based on that budget appropriation ordinance,
Okay.
even though that year's gonna be over on April 30th. But anyways, there's a state statute commonly known as PTAL, and it stands for Property Tax Extension Limitations Law. And what it does, it limits the amount of extra income you can ask
Okay.
the levy to the lesser of, I think it's 1.5% or the UCC, yeah, CPIU,
Okay.
Consumer Price Index Urban.
Gotcha.
So they've limited us as to how much we can go up. Now, there's
Gotcha.
a couple exceptions to that, but they're very narrow
Gotcha.
exceptions.
Gotcha. Okay.
So, I mean, we may want more, but we may have good reason for more, but the law may not allow us to get it.
Gotcha.
The other thing,
It may be, I'm sorry, just let me clarify
Yeah.
one thing, I think I misspoke. It's either the lower of 5% or the CPI urban.
Okay.
And I said 1.5, it's wrong, it's 5.
yeah, and isn't our levy like 1% or something like this? Like this is 1% of the whole city's taxes. This part, like what it, right, the amount
What
that.
we getting?
Yeah, like what the requested levy is like a very specific.
Yeah, it's like a 3% of the entire, if your tax bill, property tax bill,
Oh, okay.
the township
Yeah.
portion's probably 3%.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I think what Calvin is asking is, I'm just wondering, if we wanted to, I'm just gonna throw out something, if we wanted to do something for Joy. And they needed,
Yeah, zucchini with squash.
and we needed an extra $3,000. Is that what you're thinking?
Yeah.
So where, and to get that $3,000, we ask for extra money, I think we would just get it out of the general corporate fund, right?
Or the general, if it was like grant
Mm-hmm.
stuff.
We get it out the general.
The general assistance fund is usually has budgetary excesses that
Gotcha.
could come from, or we have reserve
money,
Right.
yeah.
And what,
Gotcha.
and what we would do is, like we did for the Senior Resource Center, we actually form a grant for that
Gotcha.
purpose and give that money towards that purpose. We wouldn't necessarily have to either add another levy line or levy extra
Gotcha.
for it. We'd have to
Gotcha.
use what we already have
Gotcha.
in order to
Okay.
suffice.
It'd be like an appropriation
Exactly.
situation.
Right.
Gotcha.
When you pass the budget appropriation
Right.
ordinance, you wanna create a new line item at
Right.
that time, $3,000 for
The joy.
Joy's vacation. Not that we
Joy's
would ever do
muffins.
that, that's a joke.
Yeah, that's a
Might
joke.
be
Yeah,
com-
it's a joke.
conflict.
And,
We gotta have
Then we
fun.
put it in the, we could put in the appropriation ordinance, and then we can, you know, we're limited by the levy to what
Gotcha.
PTO will give us.
Right.
Okay.
A lot of it depends on what the maximum, the aggregate, valuation is.
Mhm.
Gotcha.
And, you know, we have maximum rates and we can't go much above, we can't go more than 5% over those rates.
Okay. All right.
But usually a lot lower than 5,
Mhm.
because CPIU's been running anywhere from 0.6% to 2.1% over the last several years.
Gotcha. Okay.
My question, so this is determined by what was already, like, by the budget, not by the actual, cause like, if the like our taxes are going up, right, or the valuation of all the houses are going up, how would that affect this?
Okay, so the assessed value overall went up over 3%. Okay, if, based on ours going up slightly, right around 1% would be calculated, that's still less, so the tax rate will still come down lower than what it was last year. Granted, the assessed values still hold after Board of Review changes around that 3%, which I don't know why they wouldn't, you know, because it was over 3%. See, they calculate the tax rate by taking the levy divided by the assessed value, or the rate setting equalized assessed value. That's less exemptions, what's out of TIF, you know, what comes out of the TIF district, that kind of thing. So they narrow down all the equalized assessed value, take the exemptions out, take the TIF money out, you know, that they can't allocate for taxing districts. And then they come up with the tax rate by dividing the levy by that rate setting equalized assessed value.
Okay.
So if assessments go up, if the levy stays the same, the rate will come down. If the assessments go up 3%, levy goes up 1%, rate will still come down somewhat. If the levy goes up 3%, which we can't do because I think the CPIU is
CPIU is
1.4.
Right, right.
Then, but if it could go up 3% and the assessments went up 3%, technically the rate would stay the same.
Okay.
So, does that help?
Yeah, well, cause like I was wondering if there would be like, because the assessment was going up, I thought maybe there'd be like a bigger amount. But this is dictated by the budget anyway,
Right,
these
so,
numbers.
So, and, cause I think Liz looked at the, what we received from the prior year.
Prior year.
Because this year we haven't received everything we're gonna receive.
Right.
So she took the amounts we received, but she increased, I think, the general court fund slightly, just because that can get moved into any fund that might be needed. And held the other ones of what was received. Am I correct on that? I'm pretty sure she went by what they were.
Everything's pretty much the same. There's only like a $10,000 differential
Right.
between last year and this year.
Right.
And just looking at the CPIU for the last 12 months, which isn't the key, it's gotta be for the year,
Right.
not, but ending in October of 2021, the CPIU has gone up 6.2%,
Okay.
which is
It
very
has?
unusual.
Is it because of inflation?
That's part of it. I'm not an
Yeah,
economist.
inflate these wages.
I can tell you
Right.
why. But I mean, usually we've been dealing with 0.6, 1.7, 2.1 for years. And but you know, if it goes down in November, December, then it'll be, if they
Right.
compare it day to day, a year apart.
Now, did they use the rate that I pulled off the state's site was 1.4 for the levy year of 2021, but that's last year's, or is that this year's? 'Cause
I'm not sure.
okay, That's where I
I
found the
think it
one
was a
point
lot lower last year,
four, yes,
okay?
yeah.
And it may be somewhat lower this year depending on, it may not be 6.2 depending how we end the year.
End of the year, okay.
Okay. So the 5%, we will be limited to 5 no matter what, but we'd all be stunned by saying we could actually look at 5%, because normally it's been running a lot lower.
All right.
Thanks, Nada.
Any more questions, trustees? Okay, if you have any more questions, send them to us so we can get them answered because we're gonna vote on this at the next meeting. Okay?
Okay.
All righty. The next order of business is supervisor report. That would be me. I'm going to hand out our expense of the budget report. Here you go.
Let's see.
Please take a look at
Thank you.
that. Bob on
You only need two. No, I got it.
that. Give it back to Mayor. Thank you. I'm going to also hand this out to the trustees pretty soon. You guys will be signing in to your emails.
Email.
Yeah, signing into emails through Google. So here's
Oh, it's
the
changing again?
here's the instructions on how to
know
do
what?
it.
I just got used to the new one.
Yeah.
Surprise,
prefer Google.
Yeah,
But
that's what I
you
have.
can't even go in to look at your,
go.
when your pay thing come in, that don't even work.
There you
Except you
go.
don't log in under
But except you
Google,
don't
right?
log in under D. Williams, you log in under your regular,
Okay.
I've been logging
have
in
to
at the D.
use-
Williams.
You just have to change,
I hear you.
and then the password at the bottom, and then you'll be asked to change your password to your password once you'll be prompted to do that,
Oh, I
okay?
hate a password.
All
You
right.
need this?
Okay.
No, you can have it.
Okay.
Are there any questions on our expenditure of the budget report?
No,
No,
All righty.
thank you.
thanks.
The next order of business is the assessor's report.
and I just wanna notify everybody that I won't be here at the meeting on December sixth. So if you have any questions for me, just call me at the office or email me by the 1st of December.
Gotcha.
By end of
Okay.
day the 1st.
That's all?
Okay?
Okay. The next order of business is public comment. Any public comment? No? Okay. Any other business coming for the town?
You didn't ask for the trustees.
Oh, yeah, trustees
comment.
report. Anything from trustees? Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Not going.
Thank you for sending out the quote from Spigot Networks on
Yes.
the computers and stuff.
Yes.
So definitely get it that we needed to replace the computers now because they were in bad shape. So definitely get that. Just something I would like for us, and I'd like to get input from everyone else too. I still think that we still need to really look at what would it take to get to each employee only having one computer.
Okay.
Only because just in today's political climate, that could be used to say township is just wasting money because I can't think of anyone who has 2 computers as an employee.
Okay.
So, I
Well,
just
the,
think-
well, the reason why we did that was because we were going through the COVID-19
Oh,
and the
yeah.
shutdown
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
and
yeah, yeah.
and our office is small, and if one
Yeah.
person gets quarantined from COVID-19, it shuts the entire office
Yeah.
down. So that's why we did it.
oh yeah.
Initially.
Oh no, the reason why it totally makes sense, totally understand it. I mean, it definitely does. But it's just like, at any point, anything sticks these days, even if it with that legit explanation, and the story will be, township employees, they got 2 computers. So
So
I
you're
got you.
suggesting they should get one? I'm trying to
Yeah.
figure that out for
that-
my minutes.
Yeah.
Well, so the what would you call that? Like not an invoice, but like the thing with the 2 different kinds of computer
Yeah.
situations.
What did we
It was
call
either
it?
a docking
Docking
station
station.
Yeah.
or a computer, and the
Okay.
differential between the 2 was not very much.
yeah.
Though I was challenged by the setup costs because it was like the actual docking station was pretty affordable. The setup cost is what made them equal.
And just like when he says the docking station, like right now they have to connect. Right now from home they connect to the computer, and they can't do it unless there's a desktop in the office. And if that's the way it's set up now, I'm thinking, can we move to where everyone's connecting to a central network? Because I guess every place I've worked, even my computer at my desk is connected to a network. And when I do work from home, it's going to the same network. It's not going into like to a desktop computer in the office.
So as far as we are now VPNing into our desktop here at work. So what you're saying is you want them to be able to actually access the network from home
And from the office.
and from the office.
Because that way, you don't need to have a specific desktop to use a computer at home.
Not like a one-to-one,
Exactly.
but rather like a central
Mm-hmm.
network.
It's called
Right.
a dummy terminal. You have a dummy terminal on your desk, and that hooks up to the main.
Right, right. So that way, that computer they use, they can get into the network, whether they're plugging into it from the office or at home.
Okay.
So I definitely get why we have to do it this way now, but it would be good to move to doing that.
Okay.
To move to doing what, a docking
get it-
station or just a new, into a network?
Getting to a point where an employee can work at the office and at home with just one computer.
Okay.
Okay.
Supervisor Bowers,
Yes.
can I say something?
Yes.
Yeah.
So, I don't know, that might work well with the staff. So on mine, right now, I just log in from my home computer to my work one. But for mine, because I have personnel files on my hard drive, my C drive, I have to not only have access to the network, but I have to have access to that computer.
So you link directly to that
To my
computer.
And I have to be able to get files from both the network, which I get through that desktop, but also from my C drive on that computer because of personnel files that are not located on a network drive.
Gotcha.
But for right now, I mean, it works for me to just use
Right,
my home
right,
computer
right.
to log in, and I have a big enough screen at home that I'm able to do multiple things. So that, I mean, it works for me specifically.
Right.
Where it might be difficult for me to just, get a laptop, a docking station, and do that from home if I was only logging into the network.
Right.
But what you guys have to realize is this as well. This is not their personal computer that they have.
Right. Right.
These laptops, when they have to work from home, it goes home with them then. It's not with them all the time.
Right. Right.
So, but I do understand what you mean by having one computer and being able to work from home
Yeah.
and here with that one computer. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
and with the personal files thing, maybe it's a case we need to look at where even stuff like that is stored on a network, on a secure network location. So it's not just on your hard drive. You may want to, even just for overall security, that's even better.
Oh, yeah.
If it's in a central
Well,
secure
and,
drive.
my full system does get backed up.
Yeah.
So there's that, but I see what you're saying too.
Yeah.
That might be an option also.
Yeah. Yeah. It'll just make the system even more secure
Right.
and make your life easier too.
Exactly. Exactly.
So, yeah.
Okay.
And at the end of the day, even if it looked like we did that sooner, if the new equipment we purchased was donated to someone, that's even a good news story to spend. So,
And we
That's
do
all.
that on a yearly basis anyway, don't we, Patrick?
What's that?
We donate,
No, we have obsolete equipment.
That's
that
what I
that we
mean.
put on a list for during the annual town meeting.
for non-for-profit, yeah.
Okay. All right.
cool.
Excellent. Trustees, anything else? No? Okay. With that being said, I will entertain a motion to adjourn until Monday, December 6th at 4:30 p.m. 2021.
So
Right.
moved.
Mayor won't be here.
Second.
All righty. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Meeting adjourned.